KP.
Absolutely. I mean, his skill is tremendous for a player his size, but keeping his body strong is going to be critical.
Tim Hardaway Jr. Assist from...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
Covington is at the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Nance, and it's Simons in at the 1. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Kristaps Porzingis is returning to form after his knee surgery. He says making sure it's strong and stable is nonstop work. I'm feeling better, and I have confidence that I can go out there and play freely. His offense has been great. It's the defensive end he's still getting right. Guys?
Well, we know he can be a presence, DA, and I think eventually he's going to be what he wants to be. Thank you.
And made possible by a heads-up play defensively at the other end.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now.
But you think about a guy like Norman Powell, who was really in the second round drafted because elite athleticism and his defensive ability. But boy, has he turned himself into a scorer.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Simons, the pass to Nance. And here is Powell. There's the feed to Nurkic. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And no question for Powell. It seems like better shot selection has led to better efficiency.
Yeah, I agree. That and the consistency from range. This guy can rise up under pressure and hit the jumper. And if you crowd him, he's going to put it on the deck and use that speed to go by.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Greg, you played on one of college basketball's all-time super teams. Hard to imagine we'll see that kind of dominance over several seasons like you guys had at UNLV.
It's true, and we still see dominant teams, but, you know, the difference is now the most talented teams tend to only play together for one season, and so that makes it really hard to run together stretches where you can call yourself a legitimate dynasty. But I still love it. And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. Hardaway against Powell. Hardaway dishes to Powell. Hardaway kicks to Brunson. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Nurkic.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that simply stated a terrific play.
Nurkic a screen on Hardaway. Here's Powell, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, one thing that there's no question about is that Norman Powell is a gifted athlete. Now it's about rounding out that game, particularly his shooting.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Hey, guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Porzingis feeling it out a bit. Here's Brunson, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Brunson's got 4 points in the quarter.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Out left to the wing. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down now to just 6 on the basket for Nurkic.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
And so it's Dallas with them. They've led by as much as 10. Now the pass to Porzingis. Kicks it to Hardaway. Porzingis with a screen on Powell. Hardaway passes to Porzingis. That drops and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Porzingis has got 10 points.
Well, that's not the guy you want guarding him at the rim. Just too much of a differential in terms of size.
For Portland, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Right wing. Nurkic in the post, guarded by Powell, and that one drops. He's got 13.
He has not missed a shot in this quarter. They've tried running different things at him, but he's been unstoppable.
Hardaway against Powell. Now here is Hardaway.
You got to be kidding. Well, when Tim Hardaway Jr. starts to cook, the confidence goes through the roof, and he's working right now.
Trailblazers trail by 8. Inside, Covington. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line. It's on Porzingis.
And you know what? Saved what was likely to be a dunk.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Robert Covington at the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops for Covington.
What's incredible to me about Robert Covington is he enters the league and earns playing time on the defensive end, and he knows that's what's going to ultimately define him. But he has worked so hard to become a shooter, a legit threat from the perimeter. Love that this guy has carved out a career.
Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Dallas. Mavericks leading by 6. Hardaway passes to Doncic. It's Powell on the wing. Here's Finney Smith. Another 3 for Dallas.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Over to the left wing. It's blocked.
Powell is exceptional at timing for blocks, rises up and sends it back.
On the wing, Hardaway. Lobbed up there for Powell. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Simons, guarded by Hardaway. And it's denied. Pass to Finney Smith. Outside, Porzingis. Now, here's Doncic. 16 points for him. And they double up Doncic. Shot clock at 5. He was all alone on that one. Porzingis has got the lead up to 12 now for Dallas.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And Simons has got the ball here for Portland, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
You know what? There was a lot of standing around in that basketball game. Failing to move bodies and failing to move the basketball is a bad formula.
To the wing right side. Back to Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Yeah, Porzingis, because he's a scoring threat, that's going to open up opportunities for him to find his teammates.
Trailblazers have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Mavericks leading by 10. Outside Hardaway. Here's Doncic. Doris, what about that dunk?
That was special. My goodness. How about the finish from Luka Doncic? My goodness. Go ahead with the hammer.
Out to the right wing. Here's Nurkic, and the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Well, offensively, this guy has been cooking. They're definitely not losing because of him.
Powell finds Doncic. Here he goes. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And the dunk by Powell.
The leaping ability of Norman Powell. Throw it down, sir.
Here's Doncic. He's coming off a 25-point game against Golden State.
Well, in addition to the scoring, he found ways to initiate contact from the defense and get himself to the line. The defense clearly frustrated trying to get a way to stop him.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Who wants a t-shirt? Your Blazer dancer. Look who's coming out onto the court. Come on, give it up for your Blazer dancer.
So for the Trailblazers, Zeller, he's checked in for Jusuf Nurkic. Little comes in for Larry Nance. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Anfernee Simons. Dallas also making some changes. Sterling Brown is checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Reggie Bullock in for Hardaway. Portland with the ball. Down by 12. Their next game is at the Rockets Arena in Houston for a game with the Rockets. That sets in motion a 4-game road trip for them. Powell finds McCollum. To the paint. And the dunk by Powell.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
Dallas leading by 10. Doncic outside. Fires the three. Connects from three-point range. Doncic has got 9 points in the quarter.
Even after all those three-pointers he hit in that first quarter, it looks like the D still didn't learn its lesson as they've left him open for another one.
Powell kicks to McCollum. They double-team McCollum. Here's Little, and it's Little finishing it off.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
McCollum against Doncic. For three, Bullock. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 9 assists in the game. Great passing.
And in addition to his shooting range, Bullock, a solid defender at that position.
No doubt. He's aggressive and disciplined, and that's a hard combination. You can trust Bullock on ball on an island against a good scorer. He's also solid off ball. This guy is a sort of classic 3-and-D role player.
And once again, the defense allowing him to get a clean look at that triple. He continues to do some big-time damage from downtown.
McCollum against Doncic. The wide-open shot by Little. And the Trailblazers, another three.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Doncic with it. Now defended by McCollum. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Larry Nance.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebound.
Now here's Powell. He's guarded by Bullock. Shot clock at 6. Takes it out to Covington. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
Right now, Robert Covington in the catch and shoot has so much confidence.
1:12 left in the second quarter. Bullock passes to Doncic. And another basket for Dallas.
Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
It's McCollum on the wing. Passes it to Powell. Outside, Covington. Here's McCollum. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. And that's now 28 points for C.J. McCollum. Mavericks leading by 11. Doncic outside, and there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's foul number 2 for him. A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. And it's Ntilikina in for Porzingis. There's 31 seconds left to play here in the half. Pass to Ntilikina. And here is Brown. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. 4 on the clock. Shoots the 3. Another 3 for Dallas. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. It's a 14-point game. Over in the corner, Zeller. That falls. Nice feed that time for McCollum. Zeller's got 10 points.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Well, the tight handle allows Luka Doncic to make a pretty move off the bounce.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Mavericks ahead. They lead.
Hello, folks. Is this the halftime show? Yes, it is. And kicking it off, let's quickly look at the Western Conference standings. How hard is it to stay motivated when you're one of those teams looking up from the bottom?
Oh, you talking to me? I thought you were talking to Kenny because I don't have experience with that, Ernie.
What about those Rocket days losing in the finals? Oh, my bad. That slipped out.
Oh, jeez. Bringing up the pass.
And taking a look now at that first half, what a showing it's been so far for the Mavericks.
The difference in bench points is staggering. Their second unit came to play tonight. They were aggressive. You got to figure the starters are loving it, seeing how much work their second unit is getting done.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
I don't know that you necessarily think of him as someone who's going to create for others, but boy, all night he's been willing to make the extra pass.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Finney Smith in at the forward with Porzingis as the other. Luka Doncic out there with Jalen Brunson, and it's Powell in at the 5. Just 5 to shoot. They double team McCollum. Here's Nurkic. Basket good. Nurkic has got 19 points.
You think a bump is going to stop Nurkic? We're talking about a guy who has come back from major injuries, a resolute attitude.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 17 points was their biggest margin. And here's Doncic from the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Simons, the pass to Powell. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
On defense, the Mavericks. They lead by 14. McCollum with the screen on Doncic. Simons from outside. And the Trailblazers, another three.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Powell, that's good.
Tell you, even with some physical contact, Powell gets it done. Love his persistence.
Dishes to McCollum. The three, nailed from three-point land. McCollum's got 31.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Here's Brunson. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And there's the pass to Porzingis. McCollum against Brunson. Doncic outside. Another three for Dallas.
But you can tell the team feeding off Luka Doncic right now. They see him produce. They're just getting him the basketball.
And McCollum with the slam.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Powell sets a screen for Brunson. Porzingis with a screen on McCollum. Clock at 6. Brunson kicks to Finney-Smith. The three for Doncic. Another three for Dallas.
They are trying to close this out strong, and he's the man who's put you in this position.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Yeah, I think they've got to be talking about just guarding him a little more tightly on the perimeter or keep the ball out of his hands as much as possible, period. That's about the only way you're going to cool this guy off.
For your Blazer dancer. Look who's coming out onto the court. Come on, give it up for your Blazer dancer.
So a moment now to see the story on Jusuf Nurkic. His last 10 games have been exceptional, averaging 17 points per game, 13 rebounds, and 4 assists. And he does the heavy lifting on the glass, throwing himself into the rebounding battle with just complete effort.
Well, you get the feeling he believes every rebound should be his, and most of them are. This guy is putting up tremendous numbers.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. They trail by 16. Powell with the steal. Pass to Brunson. Porzingis at the elbow. Dallas moving it around. It's Powell on the wing. Doncic passes to Brunson. 6 on the shot clock. Porzingis trying to get free. Brunson, good.
Assist goes to
And everything is
Luka
dropping for
Doncic.
them. Terrific second half run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
They double-team McCollum. Porzingis with the steal. Locked up there for Powell. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. And the upcoming schedule for the Mavericks. On Saturday, they'll head back home to host the Indiana Pacers. Then on Sunday, they'll tip off a road trip starting in Orlando and going up against the Magic.
And no secret that this team can be very tough in their own building. And that's good news as they are loaded up with home games over the next stretch. This is a chance to create some separation.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end, but right now the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Here's Brunson, and he goes in for the dunk.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Powell, no one around him. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Now, Norman Powell has proven to be capable as a scorer. All 3 levels are part of his game. That time goes to the 3 ball.
From about 19 feet. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically as a...
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. As NBA revenues climb into the tens of billions of dollars, teams have even more resources to compete. Staffs are growing with more coaches, trainers, and specialists, so general managers have more to manage than ever. Generally, the best organizations are those that effectively collaborate and communicate across the board. Kevin?
And DA, as we know, that's always been the case. Thank you. Mavericks leading by 15. Here's Brunson. He's got 20. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. These players have been vacuums on the boards recently, leading the league in rebounding the past month. Yusuf Nurkic is second.
He must be spending a lot of time in the weight room because he's shown such strength under the basket.
Portland's gotten the 3 ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. And here's McCollum for 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And you know, he's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Covington passes to Simons. McCollum outside. Goes up on the block. Shot is good. And the Mavericks lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Simons. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
All right, look who's coming out on the court. Come on, give it up for your Blazer dancer. Look who's coming out on the court. Come on, give it up for your Blazer dancer.
So for the Trailblazers, Cody Zeller's checked in for Jusuf Nurkic. Nance comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Little in for Norman Powell. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Powell. Brown comes in for Porzingis. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Hardaway is subbed in for Luka Doncic.
Mavericks ball starts the second half. Let's hear it for your Blazer defense.
Here's Hardaway. He's got 18. Kleber sets the screen for Brunson. Kleber kicks to Brunson. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance.
Hey, guys, they've allowed an embarrassing number of points off those turnovers.
Hardaway sets a screen for Brunson. Brown dishes to Hardaway. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Hardaway has got 21 in the game.
How about the timing from Hardaway Jr. looking very comfortable taking shots after catching the pass.
To the middle. Here's Zeller. And it's Zeller's striking the time.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. Kleber sets the screen for Brunson. Pass to Bullock. Again, the Mavericks score.
And amazing what they're doing on offense here. Perfect from the field to start the half.
Here's Simons. He's covered by Brown.
That's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness. The D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Here's Hardaway, and denied. He sends it right off the glass.
Out of bounds.
And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Zeller.
Mavericks ball starts the second half. Let's hear it for your Blazer defense.
And the Mavericks with possession here. Here's Brown. Drives to the hoop. Brown jams it in.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Zeller, a screen on Hardaway. Here's McCollum. And Portland again with the bucket.
And he's capable of turning it up on offense. When McCollum catches fire, this is a guy that can get uber aggressive.
Kleber, the pass to Brunson. And McCollum with the block. Simons surveying the D. Pass to Zeller. With the shot. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. There's the pass to Bullock. Here's the three. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Well, that's a case where your teammates are showing trust in you, and he comes through with flying colors.
Pass to Simons. Oh, Nance in position. Hardaway with the steal. Fast break, Dallas. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession.
And here's a look at some numbers for Nance. Some impressive play from him over the last month. He's around 10 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And what a luxury for them to have someone like him who can absolutely fill it up coming off the bench.
I love it. He knows they're looking for him to bring immediate offense, and he very rarely disappoints.
And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from McCollum. Johnson with it. He's got 20. And that one, good.
Hardaway
Hardaway has got 23 points.
Boy, this guy just finds ways to score. Tim Hardaway Jr. able to finish with contact.
And on a tear shooting the ball in these recent seasons, Tim Hardaway Jr. has really locked in from long range.
Well, you think about it, for so long, this guy was more of a volume scorer. He's been feasting now on the open looks, and that has really helped his percentages. How about the big guy attacking the rim? The throwdowns are loud and emphatic.
Mavericks leading by 8. Runs in the pass to Hardaway. And 1:01 left in the third quarter of the game.
Well, there's big-time athleticism when you're talking about Hardaway. Puts it on the deck and relentless move to the cup.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Takes it inside. It's blocked. Out of bounds. Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession. Ntilikina, he's checked in for the Mavericks.
Maverick substitution, Frank Ntilikina.
McCollum against Kleber. And he banks in the layup. McCollum's got 44.
You really got to tip your cap to him in terms of how he's played today, even if they end up losing this game.
It's deflected and stolen by Zeller. Simons the pass to Nance. And Nance slams it in.
What I love about Larry Nance Jr. is he doesn't need the ball to be effective, but when he does get the ball, he shoots with high percentage.
Dallas leading by 6. Screen by Kleber. Poked away and stolen by Zeller. Passes it to Little. And it's Little finishing it off.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
And so it's Dallas headed to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And we'll be back with you shortly. A chance now to hear Jason Kidd talking to his team moments ago.
Good D, good pull. Understand something, one shot, one rebound, and let's go. We take care of the ball, get good shots, and get back on defense.
Efficiency, fundamentals, that's what I'm hearing from Jason Kidd right there.
Yeah, and there's a toughness to the way they're playing right now, and they're communicating. That's what Coach wants to keep saying.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Covington is at the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Powell is out there with McCollum, and it's Little in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Trailblazers trail by 9. Pass to Little, beyond the arc, sinks the triple.
Wow, pretty pass from Powell. This guy has great instincts as a scorer. That time sets up his teammate.
And so here is Dallas.
I see him.
From 12 feet out. Again, the Mavericks score.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
Hits. Got that one from Nurkic. Nurkic has got 25 points.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. And the pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Hardaway. Another 3 for Dallas.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
McCollum against Doncic. McCollum kicks to Powell. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
How's that for an answer? Norman Powell says, I'll see that 3 and raise you one.
Mavericks leading by 6. To the inside. Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
In that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard.
That's got to be a little bit deflating to the defense, guys. Getting kicked when you're down. My goodness.
Count it. McCollum's got 18 points now here in the second half.
And no stranger to tough shots. A hand in his face, not a problem. McCollum, he's in his bag.
Sinks the three-pointer.
Tim Hardaway Jr.
Hardaway's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Mavs.
All night. He just won't let up.
It's McCollum on the wing. Floats it up there for Nurkic. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And more points for Nurkic. He can do this from time to time when he gets in a rhythm.
There's the lob to the hoop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Little. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
That's a huge three-pointer. He'd love to become a go-to guy for them here in crunch time.
Yeah, when he gets going, he adds another dimension to their offense that can make a huge difference when the game's on the line.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
To the paint, deflects the pass. Covington with the steal. It's McCollum on the wing, headed by Porzingis. Back to McCollum, and McCollum with the slam.
And slamming that one home. 6'3", smaller for an off guard, but you see there, CJ can absolutely fly.
Porzingis with a screen on McCollum. The shot's good from Ntilikina.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Powell finds McCollum. Shoots over Doncic. Doncic with the block.
Hard work pays off for Luka in that instance. How about that on the defensive end? Send it back, Luka.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
First team.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
What a tremendous showing from the three-pointer all through this game.
Yeah, something else that stands out tonight is how many assists they have.
And he makes the first.
You know, it took Nurkic a while to kind of establish himself as a starting center in the NBA, but it didn't take long to see it's a role he deserves.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Hardaway, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Frank Ntilikina. Good on both. And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. They led by as many as 18 points. Down low, here's Brunson. It's good. That takes him to 77% shooting this game, 10 for 13.
Well, Porzingis has tremendous mobility, so engaged on the offensive end. He has no problem finding open teammates.
To the left side wing. Inside. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Little.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Doncic right side. Good, another from three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Portland's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. Here's McCollum. Got a hand on it, and he recovers it. Nurkic setting the pick for Powell. Just 5 on the clock. Another shot, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brunson. Powell for three. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Efficiency has been the hallmark right now down the stretch. He is making the most of his opportunity.
There's the double team with Covington. And it's Powell slamming it down.
Now that's the incredible leaping ability from Dwight Powell. Just jams it home.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Pass to Little. Fires for three. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
And he's coming up big here in the clutch.
So it's the Mavericks now. Now Doncic.